As a society, we talk about being straight as a bit of a shorthand for several different ideas. And I think it's worth adding a bit of nuance to the use of that language, especially as we often treat being straight as something of an ideal. So in engineering, we talk about straightness as a measure of curvature over a line. And that's really useful, but there's also an implicit understanding that there's no such thing as perfect straightness. If we zoom in far enough, there will be some irregularities in our line. And even if we have something that is perfectly straight to all the measures that we could possibly use, as soon as we apply a bit of a transverse load, there will be some curvature. So really nothing is perfectly straight. Also, straightness is a one-dimensional measure. It can only be applied to a line, so we can't apply it to a two-dimensional surface or a three-dimensional body. It's really a one-dimensional understanding of something's geometry. We also talk about things being straight up and down, but we have a different and better word for that, and that is plumb. And we measure whether something is plumb using a plumb bob. And then we can talk about things being straight across, but that's usually more about gravity. It's about being perpendicular to being plumb. And so we call that being level. And we typically measure that with a spirit level, which is called that because of the ghosts. Never shake your spirit level. The ghosts will get angry and split the bubble, and it will never work again. And sometimes we talk about being straight as an orientation, that is, two things being perfectly aligned, but that's really about them being parallel. So there you go, straightness isn't a direction or an orientation, it's really a one-dimensional measure that, even though we treat as an ideal sometimes, can never really be achieved, and even if we get close, we'll fail under even a little bit of pressure.